2025 has been the most turbulent year in my career and in the quarter of a century of our existence as a firm. For Genesis, it hit home when over one weekend in January we lost fully a quarter of our business as USAID effectively closed down. Geopolitically, there's been massive changes. Economically, and then most of all, the real coming of AI into our world and into our industries. My shorthand for that is to say that AI will bring about a millennium of change in a decade. And we all have to adjust accordingly. So, what's the one thing that I've learned from all of this turbulence? It's the following, and that is that in a turbulent age, there's only one safe harbor, and that is to promise and deliver real value. And so in Genesis, we do that in two ways. The first one is by specializing in delivering impact, real impact at scale. Not inputs, not smart decks, not interesting insights, but real outcomes. So we do that, for example, in work that we do in tuberculosis in Southern Africa, where we address both the spread but also the treatment of that critical disease. We do so in creating new industries across the continent that will provide Africa's young people with jobs in effectively digital exports. And we do so in helping governments use technology to provide better services much more effectively to their citizens. So that's value, that's real value, and we are reconfiguring ourselves to do that consistently for all our clients. But a second element of how we do that is what we call pivot point advisory, where we come in at key pivot points for our clients, a big decision, a court case, a massive political moment, and we provide them with the material, the analysis, the guidance that they need to get to the best possible outcome. We do that in areas such as a new tourism visa regime for a country like South Africa. We do it in lots of litigation. We do it in big strategy moments for companies. But having said all of that, all professional services firms, whether it's law, whether it's engineering, investment banking even, and definitely consulting, are facing an even bigger existential challenge. And that is, in an era of AI, which Bill Gates describes as an era of unlimited free intelligence, how do you make a living if what you're selling is effectively intelligence and knowledge? And we have thought long and hard about this, and we have an answer. It's the human edge. It's bringing human thinking, human interactions, human relationships, human getting it done skills to complex situations. So for us to deliver the value that I just spoke of, whether it's in big impact, whether it's in big pivot point decision moments, we bring together not just smarts, but also human capabilities. That's where we stand. In order to be that kind of a firm, we have to be really agile. And that's probably the other big lesson that I've taken from this era, is the enormous value of agility. In Genesis, we use this metaphor of the dinosaurs, that 66 million years ago, a large meteorite hit the earth and all dinosaurs became extinct. But actually, not all of them did. Those dinosaurs that had become birds, that had evolved into birds, that were much more agile, smarter, more versatile, they survived, and actually after that calamity they prospered. So all firms that work in knowledge, all institutions that work with knowledge, will have to undergo changes that I think are that big, from becoming something akin to a dinosaur to becoming something akin to a bird. That's not easy, but that's a path that we've undertaken. I hope that you can hear from this short video that in Genesis we are determined, but at this point we are also buoyant. We believe there's incredible opportunity. We believe that change can bring about good things, not just bad things. And we see green shoots in all of our areas of work at the moment. And that's what I wish for you in 2026, determination and buoyancy.